We all get afraid, don't we? And how often do you hear that it's not okay to be afraid? Or that you're weak if you're afraid? Well, guess what? It's not true. Our fear is a gift in so many ways that by not knowing how to do fear, you wind up missing a whole lot of gifts. Fear is the feeling that allows us to ask for help. It even tells us that we're in danger, and in danger, we need help. One time when I was little, I was in bed one night. I think it was like 7th grade. Heck, it might have even been 8th grade. I saw a light shining through my bedroom window up around the corner of it, and I thought someone was putting a flashlight in. And I was terrified, but I didn't get out of bed. I'm thinking, okay, it'll go away. It's not there. Don't bother anybody. And then the light came on again, and then it went off. My goodness, somebody's outside our house. And then it came on again, and it went off again. And finally, thank God, in so many ways, how God made me became bigger than how I tried to make myself. And I got up and I went to my parents' room and I told them that, I need help. Somebody's got a flashlight, shine it in the house. So we went to my bedroom, opened the curtain, watched, nothing. Like I got him up for nothing. What was I thinking? And then all of a sudden, worse than somebody being outside, a lightning bug tangled up in a spider's web at the corner of my window flashed on and flashed off. 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever time it was, I got my parents up to find that there was a lightning bug shining in the light in my window. And this is the kid who had already quit 7th grade football and was not going to be enough for anybody. So it was like, what was I thinking? But see, my fear did exactly what it was supposed to do. It got me to go seek help. Fear is how we actually receive benefit. Fear moves us to get prepared for challenges. It lets us get ready, ask for help, learn how to do things. It lets us practice for results. It even lets us anticipate consequences. It's how, as children, even as adults, we can anticipate what can happen if we do a certain thing. Fear even allows us to set up guardrails around cliffs, because we know that if I do that, then this is going to happen. It actually helps us learn about consequences. So fear actually prepares us to live life by asking for help, by learning. So as we learn how to live, we end up developing a thing called wisdom, which is a sense of timing about life, or when to learn, when to take a risk, when to run, when to fight, when to stand still, when to do these different things. Fear gives us the ability to do what we're made to do. When we don't face our fear and we don't ask for help, what happens is anxiety-driven actions take the place of our fear and we become really controlling. See, anxiety is an attempt to avoid fear by having control. And we're not sure what we want control of, but we just need control. And a person who's anxiety-driven cannot really separate fear from anxiety. And people who are controlling, they tend to eventually become rageful because they can't tolerate their need for help. In fact, whenever they feel fear, instead of it turning towards how can I be helped, it immediately awakens in them a sense of helplessness, which awakens them to a sense of hatred towards their own need. And so they become anxious and then controlling, and then when they can't get control, rage is the result. The hate for their own need ends up being expressed through destruction, pushing people away, harming themselves, isolating themselves. So if you find that you're a person who is terrified of admitting that you're afraid, and it does lead to anxiety and control and even rage, walk it back. Walk it back to the territory where you can ask yourself, what has rendered you so fearful of fear, so helpless when you're afraid, that it's created a situation inside of you that you don't know how to ask for help? But you got to get to that place. So let's walk it back all the way in terms of what do we do with fear? Because it's really kind of simple to walk it out. You simply need to know when you're afraid, to be able to feel the feeling. And then you think, where do I need to go and who do I need to ask for help with this sense of danger? How do I get the help? And then how do I be able to ask for it? See, it's a muscle that we build. It's a habit that we create. And what's amazing is that when you ask for help and you receive help, it develops a thing in you called faith. You took a risk, you had hope, you took a risk, it winds up favorable, and you go, oh yeah, this works. And then you remember that it works. So faith is even built out of fear. Wisdom, as we mentioned, is built out of fear. And guys, guess what? You can't get too much help in this life. And we're always going to be in need of help, even daily. A great way to start every day is to get with the one who is the greatest helper of all, with God, knowing full well that you're going to step into the day powerless over it. So it's healthy to be afraid in it and get the help you need by starting your day in reliance upon God.